Guys, Professor David here. I got another video for you today. I want to tell you a story, guys. Okay? Hey! Pay attention, please. I need you. I need you to pay attention. Thank you.
To another level. Let's hit it. To another level.
Okay, back to the video. Guys, I was on the subway. Guy got into an altercation, right? Boom, 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 boom. I seen the guys, two guys fighting. Bams, guy get in, slam the dude against the thing, start smacking the guy's ears, trying to do that technique they show you in martial arts about busting the guy's eardrum. Anyway, it didn't work. Didn't work. Guy wound up doing something completely different, okay? Luckily for him, the guy who was trying to bash his ears in, the guy had no skill, so he got out okay. But that made me think about something. I said to myself, man, that guy obviously learned that technique from somebody, and he felt, I mean, he was really trying to, multiple times, smack the dude in it. He kept doing it. And I'm like, man, that wasn't a practical technique to do in the subway. Fast forward. Now, I'm looking at Facebook, and on Facebook, okay, somebody threw up there a fight that happened in the subway. And the guy in the subway, he knew a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, obviously, or maybe knew a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He, in a crowded subway, spun the guy, took the guy, maneuvered him, got in position, like the other video I just said, get yourself in position. He got in position to throw a naked choke on the guy, and he took him down to his knees. Okay? Now, in a crowded subway, was that the best thing to do? Kenny, come in here. So just imagine, this is how it went. The guy's facing the door. The guy he was fighting with was on the side where Kenny is. So he's getting a little closer. Whatever they were arguing with, they kept doing words like this. So the guy kept having words with the guy. Then all of a sudden, this is the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy, the other guy standing there, and finally the guy knew he couldn't throw the choke on from here. He couldn't do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from here, right? So what did he do? He went like this. He backed up because he was facing the door, like ready to get off at the next stop. He backed up sideways like this. And I said to myself, okay, I know what's coming now. See, I already knew what was coming. Only two things are coming, okay? Either he's right-handed and he backed up to boom, to blast this guy with a right hand, right? Or twist the guy. We call it shoulder twist into stranglehold. Shoulder twist into his choke. So I see that. I said he's in position for one or two things. He positioned himself to do it. And what did he do? He went like this to the guy. You know, I don't want to fight or whatever. The guy kept intimidating him. He used the hook. This guy kept pointing this hand in his face, and that hand was hanging. So what he did, let me show it to you on this side. So this hand was in his face. Don't forget, the car doors are this way. He backed up like this. The guy put his hand in his face. What hand is that, Kenny? Left. Right? Remember what I told you about the left side? Or was you ready for a lefty? He didn't even address the hand. The guy could have took that hand and poked it right in his eyes. He just kept talking to the guy. And what he did was he put his hands up like this, and he shoved the left hand, and he cut in on the left hand. He came to the inside of the left hand, hooked the back of the arm, positioned him, took the guy, choked him, went down to his knees. The guy didn't move, down to his knees and choked the guy out. Now, he was successful. After the doors opened up, he left the guy there, and everybody's everybody just walking around the guy, and they walked off the train. They left the guy there. Okay? Let me ask you a question. How did he know this guy wasn't with someone else? How did he know that when he did this and this,
that somebody wasn't behind you?
That somebody wasn't going to stab him in his back? You see, every time you put a choke on, okay, I don't care if I use the choke this way, this way, this way. Any way you put a choke on, you're using two hands. You can't choke a man with one hand. It's discomfort with one hand, but you can't choke a man really with one hand. Okay? Now, you gotta, even if you're pulling on, there ain't nobody wearing a gi in the street where you lock your thumb into the gi and you pull across. You still need two hands. Okay? So what I'm saying to you is, when do you choke and when do you not choke? Same situation on the subway. You see, because he's a grappler, all he can do is grapple. I keep telling people, I'm not a grappler. So the first thing that comes to my mind is not going to the ground. Okay? But grapplers have no fear. They fight. They like to mix it up and get in and wrestle, and so they don't fear it. They're not fearful to fight. And they always want to go to the ground. But, same situation. I'm here. He comes up to me. I back up like this. Do you know how easy it could have been? Same technique, different outcome. Okay? That when I backed up like this, for me to take this hand and blast it into his groin, tap him in his face, shock it, break his leg. Do you know how easy I could have done that? The same way. Here's the train doors. The guy's on the side of me. I'm standing waiting to get off the train. I back up. You're looking at me. I dropped his hand into your groin. Both hands are going to go to your groin. Both hands. The train is right here. There's only a little bit of space there. I got him. I interrupted his breathing. Right? Now, right from here, boom, interrupt your balance. You can only go but that far. You can't go any further. You're going to hit the chairs, the train, the bar. You're going to hit, whoa, right? Not from that position, Kenny. Bend, bend, bend. From that position. Because you don't get hit in your groin and go, ah. Okay, no, it's this. So now you double down, and I just tap your face, push you into that railing. I stomp on your toes if you got slippers, and I just snap your neck. Now, or what about this? You see, because I'm not going to the ground and I'm tying up my both hands. Because after I did this, I'm looking around to see who you with. Or I could do same thing. This, pull you to the ground, and now I'm looking around, stomping you out on the subway train. Right? A little bit different. Up. I'm standing up. Now, even if I wanted to get behind him to do the same movement, instead of when he put his hand, that hand there, instead of doing this, bringing my body to his back and doing this, I want the same outcome, but I want him down. Watch this. So now, I'm coming from here. I'm going to do the same thing he did. I'm going to dis and turn. Okay? And instead of going around to do the choke, at this point right here, I do the takedown. Now, I'm up. Who's with you? You see, I didn't need to choke him in the subway. I did not need to choke him. Because this, I am in, when I'm like this, and he had his hand in my face, and I stepped back, and I did this, I am in position to snap a kneecap. I am in position to do a takedown. I am in position to unbalance him. Okay? Rake his vision. Destroy his vision. I'm digging my fingers into his eyes at this point, pulling him to the ground. I'm in position to take my fingers and stick it in his nostrils and rip his face, his nose off his face. That's going to cause a lot of pain. It's going to give me a lot of time. And I'm not going to occupy both hands for a long time. This, that's it. That's it. There's a lot of better options than putting on a choke. Do not use a choke unless there's no one else around and you are 100% certain it's you and him and you can get into position to do it. As long as you're in a subway, a nightclub, a bar, a restaurant, man, don't ever lock your hands up to do any kind of a choke. It's your choice, man. I'm just throwing it out there. If that's what you do, do it. Okay? I'm not teaching my people to do it. And you got to understand, once again, what if you're in law enforcement? What if you got to carry a concealed weapon on you? What if you got an edge weapon on you? What am I going to do when I'm occupying both hands choking you?
Can't get to your weapon.
Cannot get to my weapon because it's too late. Okay, guys? If you're dealing with more than one, you can't. So you got to be smarter than that. Guys, be well-rounded. Practice everything. Okay? Right now, I want you to practice doing what Kenny asked you to do.
Guys, you know what it is. You know what it is, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We will see you in the next video, guys. Peace.
To another level.